Thank you for watching Johnny while I need the time.
Oh, yeah, Johnny and I had a great time together. Right? Well, we do.
He talks about you all the time when you're not around. You like Josie, don't you?
He's a great kid. Hey, don't worry. We'll find something super fun to do while your dad's in the meeting. Okay?
He's been like this all day, right, sweetheart? He doesn't want to open up about what's wrong.
I'll talk to him.
Thanks. I better go.
Hey, I'm really glad that you decided to work things out with Craig.
You know, I'm trying to keep my promise to Lucy. Let's see if Craig wants to do the same.
Well, you've got the lawyers there to help you with the rough patches.
I hope so, but, you know, you never know with these lawyers.
I thought you said Tom Hughes was fair.
He is. Very talented. If I were Craig, I'd be looking for a shark.
Well, I'm glad I ran into you.
Yeah, well, I'm meeting a client.
What a coincidence. That's what I'd like to be.
Excuse me?
Dusty and I aren't making much progress on how to share responsibility for Johnny.
So I've heard.
And you know what family feuds can be like.
Thanks to you, I do.
Come on, I can't be the only relative you've ever fought with.
No, you're the only one that I don't care to make peace with.
I've earned that. But I also want to prove that I've changed.
I'm on the edge of my seat.
I have my son. And I want him to be proud of me. And the last thing he needs is a war between me and Dusty Donovan. So I think the best thing is for the professionals to come in and just sort the whole thing out.
Are you asking me to represent you?
I am.
Wouldn't you be a little more comfortable with someone that shared your love of duplicity?
That's the last thing I want. All right, I know we've had our disagreements.
That's putting it mildly.
But I really want to do things differently. I really want to resolve this peacefully.
Well, that's exactly what Dusty wants, which is why I've agreed to represent him.
I see. And family doesn't count for anything?
That's funny coming from you.
I know I have a lot of work to do to bring Margot around.
My advice, don't hold your breath.
Then I'll keep plugging. I want Johnny to have a home, a family, and a life that isn't poisoned by his father's mistakes.
Well, I hope you really mean this, Craig.
I do. And I'd like you and Margot to be a part of it.
As you said, there's still plenty of work to be done, so I'm happy to steer you towards the second best attorney in Oakdale.
All right. I may just take you up on that.
Well, here's my client now.
Hello, Dusty.
Craig.
Where's Johnny?
In the lobby with Josie.
Oh. Do you mind if I say hello?
That's fine if that's all it is.
See? We're getting along better already.
What do you say? You want to go upstairs and play with your trains?
I want to go outside.
I know, but the doctors want you to be extra careful right now. Maybe we can ask your dad when he gets back.
But I want to go now.
Okay. Okay, maybe just for a minute, and we'll just stay right outside the hotel, okay? All right, let's go get our coats.
Can you believe that Craig asked me to marry him? More coffee? No, I'm good. I think that he might actually be losing his marbles.
What did you say?
Well, I didn't say anything, really. I just slammed the door in his face.
Oh, and he just went away?
He was gone in the morning.
I can't believe he took no for an answer.
Oh, he didn't really have much of a choice.
And he didn't say anything about the loan?
Didn't have much time for that either.
Maybe he has changed.
Maybe.
Are you reconsidering?
You know, I've had a lot of proposals in my life, but this one was by far the weirdest.
Maybe he thinks because you guys had a thing a long time ago.
Lily, that was a long, long, long time ago. And it was over, like, as soon as it started, and he knows I'm not stupid enough to make that mistake again.
Well, I'm just so glad that he didn't pressure you.
I'm just curious. I wonder where he got the idea in the first place.
Actually, I have a feeling it may have come from me.
God, I have this test tomorrow on this DNA, RNA thing that I just completely don't get.
It's pretty simple.
yeah, it's simple for a geek like you, but for me, this is like foreign. Look at that. That just is the most foreign, like, it's not helping me with my biology problem.
Really? Because it's actually helping me with mine.
You're such a dork. We shouldn't be doing this, really.
Why not? We have permission.
To go out, Parker, not do what we did in that bed before.
That was one of the best days of my life.
Yeah, it was a big day for me, too. But I don't think we really want to go reliving that right now.
I do.
Yeah, I'm kind of getting that vibe from you right now. But really, I think we gotta just kind of keep it at dating for now.
Okay, well, I could throw in a DVD and we could just pretend that we're at the movies.
It's not the point.
Well, then what is?
Not getting into trouble.
We won't.
We always do.
That's all.
But I don't think that's the only reason we shouldn't be doing this.
What else?
For God.
Really?
Yeah.
Parker? Carlie? Hey, anybody home? Okay, I guess not. Parker, you up there? No wonder he can't hear me. Parker, you there? Hey!
Hey!
All I did was point out to Craig that if he wanted to get a judge to give him visitation rights, that it might help him if he had himself a wife.
Oh, boy.
You know, to establish his credibility as a father.
Uh-huh. Did you also suggest to him that I would be desperate enough to say yes?
No, of course not. I never even thought he would ask you.
I can't believe you would tell him to use any woman like that.
I didn't tell him to use any woman. It was more of a, if you get your act together enough to settle down with a woman, that you might have a shot.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't think it's likely that he's going to fall in love before the first court hearing.
No, but I don't think he was just scheming. I mean, you saw him the other day with Johnny at the Lakeview. He loves that little boy. I think that he honestly wants to provide a stable home for him after everything he's been through.
Yeah. He deserves that.
What he doesn't deserve is Dusty and Craig going through a war to decide who's going to be the father.
Yeah, I feel for him. I really do.
Well, not enough to be his fairy godmother?
Not if it means marrying Craig Montgomery, no.
I agree with you. But what if he doesn't give up so easily?
I guess I'll send him your way.
Oh, no, he already tried.
He did not.
He did.
When?
When I suggested it. He said, why don't you divorce Holden and marry me?
What did you say?
I said, yeah. No. I think he's just being polite. He's much more interested in you.
Yeah, well, it's not going to happen. And, you know, after the judge gets a look at his record, it's not going to matter if he shows up in court with the Brady Bunch, you know?
Yeah, I told him the same thing. I mean, minus the Brady Bunch part.
Well, he would figure that out for himself, wouldn't he? If he would just think about something, anything, for just a minute.
Since when does Craig Montgomery think about anything for a minute?
Yeah. Well, he's not going to get me on board with this. I mean, I don't even understand how he could think I would consider it.
Well, maybe because you accepted the money?
No, now, Lily, the money came with no conditions.
Craig always has conditions.
Now you sound like Jack.
How furious was he when he heard about the loan? I mean, I saw his face when Parker showed up with Craig and Johnny at the Lakeview.
I don't have to tell you that Jack is not Craig's biggest fan. No.
It's kind of cute, actually. I mean, after all these years.
No, cute is not how I would describe it. I mean, can you imagine how Jack would react if I did become Mrs. Craig Montgomery?
You're unbelievable. You know
We
that?
weren't doing anything.
I know what I saw.
Well, we weren't doing anything wrong.
Oh, no? We said you could date and 2 seconds later you're jumping back in bed?
We weren't in the bed, we were on it. Liberty, wait.
Tell me what you were doing up here in the first place.
I was helping her with her homework.
By lying down in your bedroom.
I needed my laptop, and I wanted her to hear a new band, so we were listening to music.
You're doing a lot more than listening.
You said we could go out.
This isn't out. Out is to the movies or Java or the mall, not hitting the sheets the first chance you get.
What century is that definition from?
I am not in the mood for your attitude, okay? You were supposed to stick to the rules.
Well, your rules suck. They make no sense.
You don't have to like the rules. You just have to follow them.
Why? Because you said so?
Because I'm your father and you're too young.
Your opinion.
My opinion is the only thing that should matter to you. Do you understand?
Yeah. You done here?
For now.
Great. Then I'm out of here.
Well, I'll leave you two to your meeting and go see my son. Just to say hello. I'll call you for that referral.
Referral for what?
Yeah, an attorney after I said that I wasn't interested.
He tried to hire you?
He did, but I told him you were a client, and I offered to just steer him another way.
Yeah, steer him to some ambulance chaser with a serious drinking problem.
I thought that might be a little